Hey you guys, what's going on everywhere? Welcome to my channel. My name is Kiafa. Welcome back to my tribe. Okay, so you guys, I'm at Walmart. I'm about to go grocery shopping because we've been eating out way too much. And it's just because I've been too lazy to go get groceries. Actually, I take that back. I went to grocery shop the other day and Walmart only had like a handful of things open, lines open, so I just left. But I wanted to talk to y'all because I feel like I've done a disservice to you guys. I ain't gonna even lie. I feel like I'm not okay on this channel. As most of y'all may or may not know, this channel is pretty much was like my experiment channel on how to become a YouTuber. But even before that, it was just somewhere for me to document journeys. Like whatever journey I was on, I wanted to put it on here. Later I got on this, I want to be a YouTuber, or I wanted to at least learn how to use YouTube as a business person, as an entrepreneur, as a, you know, just to learn how to use YouTube. But I think what has happened on this channel for me, it seems like I haven't really given you guys enough information on the stuff that I actually believe in, as far as being a surgical tech. And I know it, like, if you watch my videos, you'll probably see, if you like go watch all of them, then you'll probably see that I've been struggling with entrepreneurship and going back to the OR, and the honest truth is, like, I don't feel at this point for myself that telling you to go to surgical tech school is the best advice that I could give you. I can share with you my experience and try to explain to you guys what's going on in the OR and how, you know, to kind of maneuver through it. But I don't want you guys to go be surgical techs based off of the information that I'm giving you, because I have other information to give you that's going to give you a better quality of life or a different experience. So I want you guys to be aware of the fact that, yes, surgical tech does provide stability. And for those that are surgical techs that follow me, this might not be for you. This is probably going to be for those that are still trying to figure out what they want to do. This information can be for anybody, but I want you guys to just understand where I'm coming from for a minute. I just need, sorry, y'all. So the thing is, oh, this little boy got a mullet. He must have did that on purpose. So, because I know that you will not become wealthy as a surgical tech, it's hard for me to want to promote that on this channel right now. And when I go make a video, I do struggle with talking about surgical tech, because I know that it's some of you guys that have, you know, followed my lead, I guess, as far as me explaining to you what I do. And really the goal was just to share my experience in the OR and my experience as a surgical tech. I never really thought that people was gonna go become surgical techs because of my videos. And even, yeah, I just didn't think that, like, I wasn't thinking like that at the time. But what I realized is that we humans have more influence over each other than what we probably realize. And so since I know that now, I would like to share more of what I'm doing real life and not so much what I did, like what I'm doing now. So I don't know if this channel will, if I will continue to talk to surgical techs and talk about the surgical tech career on this channel, but only because it's not gonna be like what it was, y'all. And I know I said on this channel that it was a surgical tech channel, and I will still offer my advice, but I don't feel like surgical tech is going to get you to the financial freedom that you might be looking for, especially if you like a single mom or if you got kids or a family. It will provide stability. So I don't want to take a whole bunch away from being a surgical tech, because it does provide stability. and it will offer you, you know, a pretty decent lifestyle. So I'm not here to just like take all of that away from it, but I do know that there's other careers or other avenues to create the money that you can make as a surgical tech without putting you in that I didn't bring my tripod, but it won't put you in these compromising positions that you may be in when you working as a surgical tech, because it is stressful, y'all. I'm not here to lie to y'all about being the surgical tech career not being stressful, not wearing down your body. I mean, if it was all that great, I would just stay in it, but it doesn't provide me the type of freedom or the income that I require in my life at this moment. So I want you guys to be aware of, like, I just feel like I did a disservice to you guys by only promoting or mostly promoting surgical tech on this channel. And it was really all because I was watching the analytics, and the career is a good career, but I was responding to this, and I just wanted to give y'all what y'all was looking for. But the truth is, I'm not gonna be doing this. I know that I talked about taking the contract, but what y'all get to see from me is me being a little more transparent with you guys, especially when it comes down to my decision making and what moves I'm gonna do. But I'm way more into my entrepreneurial spirit right now, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. For me to be an entrepreneur is allowing me to be a mom and to create generational wealth. When we go study millionaires, when we go study wealthy people, nobody that is wealthy is working at a job. Nobody. They might have started off at a job to get a stepping stone. Like, if you need help feeding your family and you want to do it without starting a business, then yeah, I would say, okay, surgical tech, but make sure you got a plan, right? Because if you don't have a plan, you just gonna get comfortable with the income you're making. And I just don't, it's just not the career for you to be comfortable in for a long period of time. Now, you will have people that are surgical techs that's been doing it for 20, 30 years. There's nothing wrong with that. But they're gonna have back pain, neck pain, headaches, feet pain, you know, all these injuries that's gonna lower your quality of life at some point. So I would suggest, even if you do become a surgical tech, even if you are in surgical tech school, use surgical tech as a stepping stone. If you're gonna take my advice and do what I'm doing, I use surgical tech to get to another place. But if I had to do it over again, I would not be a surgical tech. I would have started off an entrepreneur, some type of business. And I don't want to tell you guys what business to start, but you already know I went through cosmetology. I even started with Mary Kay. I went through cosmetology and I became a cosmetologist. I learned marketing. I learned SEO. I learned email marketing. I learned how to, I just learned a lot of different skills being an entrepreneur that will provide me the quality of life that I want, that I require. And so being a surgical tech also gave me some skills, but it didn't give me the skills, like the only skills that I could use would be in the medical field. So it doesn't give me any skills that I could really do. I mean, I guess it does in the sense, like, you get communication skills and customer service skills and attention to detail. It gives you some skills, but it doesn't allow me the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a mom. I want to go on summer trips. I want to go do things with my kid. That's what excites me. I want to spend time with my family. That excites me. It's exciting for me to just go take a trip, you know, an hour or two to go see my family members or something like that. Like, that's fun to me. And so I also want to be able to share with people the aspect of entrepreneurship, because it gives you way more freedom, even though it's not easier. because you still have to work for yourself. You still, like, I do everything. I am everybody. I'm the marketer, I'm the, you know, web designer, I'm all of those things. And I'm the blogger, I'm the editor, I'm everybody, right? And I have tools to help me with these tasks that I have to complete. But y'all, like, I just really be feeling like I didn't tell y'all enough about the entrepreneur side, and I just only focused on surgical tech. But I want you guys to pay attention to what I did. I did not get comfortable in being a surgical tech. I was never comfortable with just being a surgical tech. So don't just be a surgical tech. I don't care what your side hustle is. I don't care, or your whatever you do outside of the OR. If you are a musician, if you are a crafty person that can create, you know, whatever you can do that you can turn into a business, do that. Do not get comfortable being an entrepreneur. I mean, do not get comfortable with being an employee. And so for those that, let's just say you don't know where you want to go right now, you don't know what you want to do, you're thinking about being a surgical tech, but you're not sure. If you're older, you know, like, is this the right career to go into? And it just depends on where you're at in your life, like what type of situation you're in. But if you got a little bit of money and you already have a job, if you already have a job, take some of the money and turn it into some type of business. You can be doing you can cut some grass, you can be a landscape artist, you can be a barber. I mean, I would be careful on having to go to school, but there are trades that allow you to turn it more into your business. So like barbering, plumbing, electrician, those things, those type of skills will let you be more of an entrepreneur than surgical tech. Now you can use surgical tech. You could be a surgical tech and just have contracts with the hospitals, but it's a little bit more difficult to do that than it would be for like a plumber to actually open his own plumbing company. I'm not telling y'all to go be plumbers. Now for me, most of y'all know that I started with life insurance recently, even though I had already did cosmetology, and I'm gonna explain to you why I went the other way. Cosmetology was something, it was like a kid, like my hobby as a kid. It was what I did as a kid. And so I enjoyed doing hair, but when I got older, what I realized was that, for one, doing hair required me to physically stand, which creates back problems and stuff, feet problem, knee, all of that stuff. And I would have to either own a salon where I'm managing other people, or sell more products to get more money, and I would have to do hair. So when I looked at what I wanted to do long term, I don't really want to manage a whole group of people, right? That's not something that I'm excited about. I don't want to know where you're at. I don't want to have to call and you lie to me about you on your way to work and your client sitting here. I don't want that as a business owner. I don't want to have to be, that's too much for me. I wanted a little more flexibility, right? So I know I didn't like that aspect of being a hairstylist or a salon owner. So I was like, okay, well, what skills do I have that I could take and apply to something else? So I knew I had marketing skills. I know I can build websites. I know I can run ads. I know how to do social media marketing. I already know what to do for that. And so I decided that I was gonna look for a product or service to provide that offers value to my community. Whether it's a surgical, like whatever community I'm a part of, when I'm conversing with you guys, I want to be able to offer you some type of value. And where I found myself was that I was doing financial wealth building for myself. I was looking at financial wealth building and generational wealth building and how can I leave a legacy behind. Like that's what's at the forefront of my thought process right now. And so when I was looking at these financial strategies to create generational wealth, I had no clue that it was life insurance that I was looking at first. And then it later was presented to me like, oh, these are life insurance agents. You know, some of them call themselves financial advisors, planners, whatever. And they have the right to do so, because we do get tools to help people come up with retirement plans and things like that. And that lined up with me way more than being a cosmetologist, even though I understand that, you know, there's a need for good cosmetologists, especially when we're talking about hair care, not so much hairstyling. But I just felt like I could do more for my community if I show people how to save money, how to invest money, how to create money, and do it with having a flexible lifestyle where you can be available to your kids and you don't have to be tired from working 40 hours a week and just trying to squeeze everything in on the weekend. And so I went down the financial advisor path, but I won't call myself a financial advisor, because I want you guys to understand that yes, this is life insurance. Even though I do have the ability to create a financial plan for you, but this is life insurance that I'm selling. Not even selling, like, this is what I'm teaching. I'm teaching financial education from a life insurance agent standpoint. And it lined up with what I'm doing, and it lined up with my soul, y'all. Like, it wasn't just something. I'm not the type of person that just can do stuff just because it's popular, or just, you know, it has to make sense to me as a person. It has to make sense to my soul. And teaching people how to create a budget so they can make enough, so they can have enough money to leave their kids, you know, with something, or at least have enough money that if they die, or when they die, because we know we're gonna die, that they can have it buried, you know, be buried, or just different products that I know that we haven't really been exposed to, or people don't even really want to talk about. So I want to talk about it, and I want you guys, I'm not here to convince you to become a life insurance agent, but I'm just letting you know why I decided to become a life insurance agent, and why it seems to be more beneficial for me to tell you guys about life insurance as a business, because the outcome is that the byproduct of becoming a life insurance agent is that I'm financially educated. I'm educating people on their finances and how to use certain tools to create wealth. And that's helping raise my community up. Like, that is way more valuable to me than being a surgical tech. And I'm not taking away from the surgical tech career, because I appreciate it, and I appreciate the people that I met and the experiences that I had. But at this point in my life, especially after 2020, where I saw, you know, as the surgical test, a lot of people got their iris cut, and, you know, it was no elective surgery, so that affects your money. And they didn't have anything to fall on. So there's other business models that I consider. So I talked about doing affiliate marketing, which is still on my income stream. Like, it's something that I do to create income. But people don't understand what affiliate marketing is, so I'm not finna try to convince you, but y'all understand what life insurance is, and you understand that we all need some type of financial education. When I became a life insurance agent, it was to learn about life insurance as a financial tool for myself. But when I was learning it, I was like, nobody's talking about this that I know. Like, why aren't we talking about this? Why are we not having these conversations? And so I'm going to have this conversation with you guys. And I want you to realize, for those that have not decided, you know, either way, just think about life insurance as a career. Just consider it. Because the byproduct is going to make you more financially smart. You're going to have tools available to you where you can, even if you just do it for yourself and your friends, like people that you know. I'm not going to tell you to go out and call your mama and your daddy and your cousin them and try to sell them life insurance. But let's just say you call them, and you don't have to sell them a policy, but you can run their numbers and say, hey, we need to do this, this, and this, and then you'll have this amount of money, and why don't you put this into, you know, a policy or some type of retirement plan? Because we offer retirement plans. You don't just have to get a life insurance policy. And even though they call us life insurance agents, we have access to other things. So I wanted to share that with you guys. If you are willing to go to school for a year or two to become a surgical tech, it did not take me a year or two to become a life insurance agent. It took me a month to get the to pass the exam, because there's an exam, and then I had to also pass a background check. And if you're a surgical tech, you can pass a background check. If you're thinking about becoming a surgical tech, you need to be able to pass the background check. So that aspect shouldn't be an issue, because if you're a surgical tech, or if you are going to school to be a surgical tech, if you can't pass a background check, you can't be no surgical tech. So let's just be clear on that. And so when I'm looking at, okay, I want to share with you guys the truth of going to school, how much that's going to cost. It doesn't, if you want to make $100,000 by going to work as a surgical tech, then by all means, I'm going to give you the information that you need to get to do that. However, if you're looking for something and that you want to try, and you already got a job, like it, because right now everybody's hiring. So I'm not finna tell you to go to school. Y'all already know that. I'm not finna tell you to go to school to become a surgical tech. I'm not gonna tell you that, because I know that there's other ways to make that amount of money without putting yourself in that amount of student loan debt, and then putting yourself in a career that is gonna be stressful on you and it's gonna wear your body down. But if it's something that you want to do, then do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do that, and I'm here to help you, and I know people that are on here that are going to give you information to be able to do so. But if it's about the money, I'm going to say to you to not go to surgical tech school. I'm going to say to you, go deliver for DoorDash or Instacart or Uber Eats. I'm going to tell you to do that. Earn enough money to go get a life insurance agent license. And, sorry guys. Earn enough money to get a life insurance agent license and become a life insurance agent. And I'm going to be talking about that more on here, like what exactly I'm doing. So if you do decide that you want to do it, then you can do it through me. I'm not here to recruit you guys like that, but I feel like it's a disservice that I have done, and I'm still having to talk to you guys about, you know, going to surgical tech school when I don't agree with that model for income right now. I do not agree with that. I do not agree with you having to spend $20,000-$30,000 to go to school when I know you can become a life insurance agent for like $500 or less. And you can make more money on your own time, taking care of your kids, being available to your family. You can sell life insurance from anywhere. I'm in Walmart parking lot right now, and if I wanted to have a life insurance meeting, all I would have to do is pull up my Zoom app and have a meeting. And then if they want to, you know, do business with me, send over the policy. We got DocuSign where you can, it's considered a legal signature at this point. So we don't even have to meet at this point. So I just wanted to share this with you guys, because I'm watching y'all, and I'm like, and then I'm in some of the surgical techs group, and I see how people at some point try to figure out another way to get out of it, because they so stressed out by the doctors or the way that the nurses talking to them, and how people, you know, handling you when you're an employee. But they handling you like that because you're an employee, like, and that's part of their game. So I'm not finna sit here and try to tell you guys how to get out of you know, I don't want to talk you out of doing what you want to do. If you want to be a surgical tech, then go be a surgical tech, and I'm gonna give you the information that I can give you. But when we're talking about a quality of life, and yes, traveling will provide you a better quality of life than being just a regular surgical tech, but it doesn't provide me at this point, at 15 years as a surgical tech, it does not provide me the quality of life that I want. So if you, sorry, I had something in my teeth. If you want to be more available to your family, if you want to create an income that you can, you know, live off of, that don't require you to go to school. You don't need no degrees. You just need to pass the test and go get your life and go get your background check done, and that's it. Then you can start selling life insurance. Now, there are different life insurance companies out right now. So the two ones that I heard about a lot was Primerica and PHP. Now, I went through PHP, but I went through PHP for one because I actually was already following Patrick Bet-David Valuetainment channel and the 7-Figure Squad. I was following them already, but I actually ended up meeting a person that was in my in my city. I was sent to him from one of my friends at the time, and I was like, okay, well, I like him. I like how he moving. I like what he's talking about. But I'm gonna tell you one thing that they gonna want. They gonna want you to recruit both companies. Not to compare the two, not to put them in the same category, because I've heard horror stories about Primerica. But it's about recruiting, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm gonna tell you what I prefer to do. When you get your life insurance agent license, you get access to the life insurance company's website. So I've been studying the company's website, not so much going like that. PHP does give training and things like that, but they wasn't giving me the training I was looking for. So I went to the company's website, and the companies will teach you how, like PHP probably will be good for teaching you how to recruit. So that's great for them, and I think it's an IMO is what PHP is. So they teach you how to recruit on that side. But when you're trying to learn about the life insurance and how to sell life insurance and the different policies, or the different products, I should say, you have to go to the actual insurance companies. And lately, these insurance companies have been on there, you know, they've been doing good by providing you with training and the knowledge to let people know what each product provides for them and their family. And so that's what I've been doing. Now, if you want to recruit by do it to your heart, and they're gonna teach you how to recruit. They're gonna teach you how to recruit. But I just was feeling a lack when it came down to learning the actual insurance business itself. So I've been teaching myself that, but I do like the PHP energy. Like, I do like it. They do keep you motivated and stuff like that. So if you got to choose between either company, I would definitely go with PHP. And then, even though I'm not signed up with him, but I do like him as well, MJ Harris, and he's on YouTube, so you can go look him. He's a black man. He's extremely hilarious. So you can go follow him. But I'm with PHP, and I have enough tools and I have access to enough people to get the information that I need to learn life insurance, so I can teach you guys, you know, the financial, like how we can use life insurance as a financial tool, not just about the death benefit. So like I was saying earlier, if you guys are looking at a career to start and you are not in surgical tech school already, or even if you are in surgical tech school, I mean, you could, but you got a lot going on. But if you're considering a career change, then think about life insurance. Or first think about the type of lifestyle that you want to live. If you want to get up and go to work at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and you want to have to deal with the attitudes that people come, you know, do that, because it's money in it. And there's more money in it now because there's a shortage of people that's working. So you can make the money right now. But I would definitely consider life insurance. I looked at real estate. Real estate, I can't sell from anywhere. There is no, I mean, you could probably sell it, but you still have to go show the house, and you have to go, you know, do all of that. And that just still was putting me in this location restriction that I did not want, which if I wanted to do that, I would have just keep doing hair. So yeah, you guys, I just wanted to share that with y'all. This video is way longer than what I thought it was gonna be, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in here and get some groceries. I really should have just like ordered them like how everybody else is doing these days, but I didn't. So there's that. I'll probably do that the next time. But in the meantime, you guys, just let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna apologize for not really sharing I mean, I think I've been sharing, but I don't think I've really been like pushing it, because I know that you guys are really about, on this channel, about surgical tech. And so I just wanted to make this video just so you guys can understand like what's really happening, and just be transparent with you guys, so you can see, you know, the progression and the journey. Like, this is a journey. This channel is about me on a journey. And yeah, I just want you guys to be able to learn from my experience. So please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.